Hi all, Bones here from Oz Bantams, and where are we up to at the moment? Well, I've just had cables, throttle cable and choke cable made, brand new ones, so they've been fitted up and they're working exceptionally well. So it's time to put the tank on. I've got some new tank fittings and we'll organise a fuel hose with a filter in it. So I'll get stuck into it. Fuel getting around a bit to line up with the outlet on the, the inlet on the carby. So we'll get a nice little loop of fuel hose in there. Hopefully the whole lot doesn't leak. Also, if you didn't know, on the website we've got these push-pull type fuel taps. Usually got a cork seal in them. We've actually got them in Viton, fuel-resistant Viton rubber. So this one's got a Viton fuel tap in it, so the corks don't perish or anything like that. So if you're interested in that, go and have a look on the website. Alright, another thing I'll show you here is the modified rear brake pedal. And as you know from an earlier episode, I had to put, well I didn't have to, but I wanted to, put a return spring for the pedal. Now this pull rod was hanging out a lot longer out here, and so this could actually slide backwards and forwards. So what we've done, we've drilled a hole closer to the pedal, cut it off, and we've fixed that up. The original brake lever down here, because it had been bent, actually had a hairline crack through it, so we've replaced that with another second-hand one, and we've put a D7 adjuster in, so that rotates nice in there. We can set the brakes up. I've already set the brakes up on this, obviously, and after a bit of running we'll adjust it up a bit more and check it all out. But I'm pretty happy with the way this has turned out. Now I've got our fuel line and filter all hooked up. We're getting closer. Time to put the seat on. Look at that. Looks an absolute treat. Very, very happy with that. That's great. I'll get this seat bolted up, and the only other thing I've got to do is put a front brake cable on. Then I'm going to go through the bike, check absolutely every single nut and bolt, and give it the once over. And then it's time for fuel and start. So we had the carby on and it leaks like the proverbial sieve. So we've got it pulled apart. I'll go through everything again, renew all the fibre washers again, and we'll see how we go. I think it's actually leaking out of the thread around here. There's a little gasket that fits in the bottom of that, and it was pouring out of there. So back to the drawing board and we'll see how we go. Front brake cable is now on, and we had some issues with the cable. I had to just machine the head of that little bolt off in here, just to give the cable some clearance, because it's been turned around and it's a modified setup. So but it's working all right now. It's working really good, so we'll see how we go. Righto, so we've had some issues getting this bike running, and what's happened is that this is the top of your float bowl for the carby, and you can see all the additional drillings in it. to allow this bike to run on methanol. The big problem is they've drilled out through here, which is where your needle goes in and seats, and so there's actually bugger all sealing area on the left inside the cap, so we just can't get a seal, and it's just flooding the carby really badly. So what I think might have happened is that this is the original fuel tap, and because you've got to flow so much more methanol when you running a bike on methanol, we think maybe they didn't even worry about the fact that this didn't seal, and they just throttled the amount of fuel flow with this little tap. So this one gives you a lot more finite control than a push-pull tap or a slide tap. So I think that's what's happened, because there's just not enough seal area in the cap. So if you look at the comparison, oh sorry, that one's a bottom feed. So yeah, we think we've drilled this right out, and there's no sealant surface in there. So I'm trying to organise to get another cap, another needle, because the needle was modified as well to flow more, and the needle should actually look, this is a bottom feed carby, so the fuel comes into the bowl into the bottom, whereas this one's coming in the top. So that's your angle and your size, and you might not be able to make it out, but it has a fair contact surface to seal up. So yep, turn the fuel tap on and fuel is just going everywhere. So there will be no start until we get that sorted out.